Folks, I hope that you are all doing well and that you had a good week last week. We are taking a look at your energies for the 8th through the 14th. I'll be taking a look at water signs first, and then I'll take care of other people afterward. So Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio first. Okay. Water signs, it looks like you're expecting some pretty serious conflict. Never-ending conflict. You just see a long corridor of nothing but fights here. I see you getting burnt pretty badly here. You've got the Knight of Cups here in reverse, and you've got a lot of fire energy around you too. It could be that you're fighting with a fire sign. Water folks, I see you being burnt. I see you protecting your heart, which is reasonable at this time. That's your bottom of the deck energy, and it looks like you're actually watching out. You're expecting fights at this point. You're expecting to be burned. It could be water signs that some of you took back somebody that the universe didn't want you to take back, and now you are struggling with the after effects of taking this person back. If we take a look at the top of your deck, of your shuffle, you've got the Ten of Wands here. It's a huge burden. Yeah, of course it is. You're expecting this conflict. I'm expecting to see Nine of Swords energy coming up here pretty quick at some point, even if you don't get it. That's still the image that I'm getting. This is really anxiety inducing for you folks. It's expecting something to pop off at any point. It's like walking on eggshells with this person. It looks like any choice could be the choice to blow things up, to trigger this particular fight that you're not looking forward to. It may be water signs that you have to end the relationship that you have tried to take back, because it just kind of blew up in your face. There's a real risk, water signs, that you're going to pick incorrectly. I'm not trying to make things worse for you, but this fire sign wants you burdened, is happy when you're burdened. In some cases, fire signs are pouring out their hurt, and you're one of the people that it's being poured on to. You need to know that balance is being restored to your situation. I hope that you pick a choice that restores balance. Fire signs are going to be happier with you. Well, I should say some fire signs will be happier with you out of balance. And in some cases, some fire signs are just struggling with what's going on in their lives, and they might be looking at starting a fight with you. Picking something that brings balance to your situation. Okay, the thing that brings balance to your situation is going to be you going into your hermit mode. This is the place where you go into introspection. You think about why you are in this kind of situation, what it's going to take in order for you to reach your highest good while going through and finishing up this situation. Ultimately, think about the choice that is going to bring balance to this conflict that you're kind of expecting to come through at any point. What's the best way that you can cope with this situation this week? And it looks like in order to be in hermit mode, you're going to need to be in Queen of Pentacles energy. And this is sorry, there we go. Not so glossy. This is going to be a place where you nurture yourself. This might be, maybe you spend a little bit more than you are accustomed to on yourself. It might be that you take on opportunities that you wouldn't have taken on otherwise. Maybe you start a new job that is more creative, more nurturing even. Some of you folks might get another teaching job, for instance, but this Queen of Pentacles energy, when you go into this hermit mode, it's going to make you incredibly happy. All this nurturing energy is going to be something that you weren't getting from this fire sign. And again, I'm suspecting that's a fire sign for some of you water signs. It could be earth, it could be air, it could be another water sign, it could be, take it as it resonates, okay? But for a lot of you folks, it's going to feel great getting away from this energy. So this conflict that's coming up, this conflict with this person coming up that the universe wants you to let go of, it's being used as a moment to teach you something about yourself. So this version of the Five of Wands is a little bit different from the traditional version. It's kind of a rite of it's a picture showing a rite of passage. This magician needs to go through a fight, magic fight, if you will, in order for them to reach the next level. So this is kind of what's happening with you. You're going through an interesting moment here. Take a step back, nurture yourself at this moment. You're going to find some happiness here. But on the other hand, this conflict is also going to do a lot to help you realize who you are, the magician, somebody who has everything that they need within themselves to be the best person possible for themselves, for other people. You have all the tools necessary. You are the Emperor and the Empress and the High Priestess all in one. And once you see your value as the magician, once you start to develop that energy and start to see yourself as someone who is powerful, who doesn't need other people, that might be why some water signs took back this person that the universe wanted them to separate from, is because they don't feel powerful. They feel like they need someone to complete them. After water signs figure out that they are complete in and of themselves, new love offers will come in. They're going to be awesome. The new love offers are going to be awesome, but they are also going to be kind of earth-shaking for you folks. You might have an epiphany about the people that you've fallen in love with in the past, and it's going to make you realize how happy you are to leave those old lifestyles behind. You might be leaving behind a kind of a dumpster fire situation too with these new love offers. Once you graduate, so to speak, you're going to be creating towers behind you because people aren't going to like you empowering yourselves. So I talked about having the Nine of Swords somewhere in your spread earlier, and it is here. So you have some neat changes coming through. It's going to feel like at points that something is hopeless. It's going to feel like something is hopeless to the very last minute. The universe wants you to know that it has your back, that it wants you to keep pushing through these dark times, because awesome change is happening on the other end of these dark times. You're not falling free fall. You are going to be caught. They're asking you to take a leap of faith here. Even though you don't have the Fool, they're asking you to take a leap of faith here. Trust that going through this dark time, finishing it, going into hermit mode, recovering yourself and moving on to a new level, seeing this conflict as a way to mature yourself is ultimately going to bring wonderful changes for you. It looks like this is going to rack up a lot of anxiety for you water signs, and I hope that it doesn't. But if it does, please reach out to therapy. You've heard me say this now pretty much every single week. Therapy is pretty darn fantastic for a lot of folks who are going through the difficult times like these. Water signs, that is all for your reading this week. Please take care of yourselves. First and foremost, please reach out for your highest good. The universe has got your back. Take care. Fire signs, I hope that you are all doing well. The messages for fire signs may not be for all fire signs this week. Please keep that in mind. Take the messages as they resonate. This could be your energy. This could be somebody else's energy entirely. I've been getting some specific messages for fire signs, and not all of them will apply. Fire signs, it looks like the truth has stopped. Take this as it resonates. You or somebody in your energy, it has stopped you. Somebody's told the truth, and it's a betrayal moment for you folks. It may be a bit before you recover. Fire signs, please reach out to therapy for what's going on here. It looks like there is a person in your life, fire signs, take it as it resonates. It may be an earth sign. Somebody who is protective of his or her, doesn't matter their gender, but is protective of their earthly resources. Could be their money, could be protective of their job, could be protective of their home. But they are aware of what they stood to lose here by continuing to conceal the truth, and revealing the truth was a betrayal both for you and for, in a way, for this King of Pentacles here. Take it as it resonates. Because it meant outing a lot of what had been going on with the King of Pentacles here. This was a risk that this King of Pentacles felt like they needed to take in order to preserve their earthly resources from some choices that were made here. So I do see this King of Pentacles as having outed some secrets, perhaps some moon magic that had taken place. This King of Pentacles has said, done, paid to cover up shadow aspects of himself, and again, take it as it resonates for fire signs, has done a lot to cover up for everybody here when they shouldn't have. The universe is blessing the uncovering of all these secrets. It was something that was meant to happen for a while. We have the Devil card here coming right after the White Newman Oracle card. This Devil could never win long term. Eventually, the Devil would be defeated in some way or another. This is walking away from addictions, walking away from something that's kept you, fire signs, pinned to the situation. Fire signs, you may have been struggling with some addictions that have really held your shadow aspects in place, have kept you from discovering your shadow aspect. And I see you walking away from those kinds of addictions here. Now, I don't know if you are walking away into good things, I should say, because fire signs, you've got the Five of Swords here. It could be that you are walking into some real struggles. It may be that the people who are separating from you, fire signs, are the ones being blessed, and you're the one who's having to go through consequences for the moment. Fire signs, if you've been taking a lot away from people, take this as it resonates. This may not be you, but if you have been, it is going to come back. This is karmic retribution. It's going to be a balancing act with these people who take constantly from you. It's going to be a struggle. Fire signs, I see you feeling disempowered because of this situation. I see you in a constant place of either deep regret, never being able to move on, or some fire signs just flat out will refuse to do any kind of introspection. And I find it interesting. This is a reading for fire signs, but I have gotten no wand energy. It's either cups, it's swords, or it's pentacles here. So that tells me a lot about where your energy is. Fire signs, it's not in your suite. Or in your suite. In your suit, I should say. Your fire is gone. From what I can see, based on this reading, based on this week, I see that your creative energy is gone, that your spiritual passion is gone. And for some of you, your sexual energy may be gone as well. I see you, fire signs, as being unable to get started on a new life, constantly looking back at the past, or not being able to look completely at the past, so you stay stuck there. And for the moment, this is where the universe wants you. Stuck for the moment. Stuck in a bad karmic cycle so that you can learn lessons to grow into a better fire sign who takes care of your highest good and by extension inspires other people to take care of their highest good. So the universe is using pretty horrific heartbreak for you, fire signs, as a way to teach you a lesson, for lack of a better phrase. You are being asked to learn lessons because of what you've had to struggle through, what you're having to learn through, what you're having to let go. You're being asked to learn through the heartbreak, to pay close attention to it. There is the possibility that fire signs, you're going to run away from this heartbreak when you need to learn from it. You need to learn how to value yourself completely independently of anyone else. It may be, fire signs, that you only see your value when you are romantically attached to somebody, and you always need to be attached to somebody, or you feel empty. You don't feel like anybody loves you. The universe is asking you to learn to love yourself, to see yourself as complete without anybody else. For a long time, I see fire signs as having believed lies about relationships, and this keeps them from being in their Nine of Pentacles energy. These are self-sabotaging lies that they have told themselves over decades in some cases, and it keeps them from having a whole relationship with themselves and a complete relationship with other people. It may be water signs. Sorry, you may not have any water in your chart, but if you do, take a look. Fire signs. You have the High Priestess here in reverse, and also the Seven of Cups here in reverse. The High Priestess is going to mess up how you can see your way forward into protecting your assets, your earthly resources. Normally, I would say that the Seven of Cups in reverse is about seeing your way forward clearly, but in combination with the High Priestess in reverse, she is keeping you from seeing something about your choices when it comes to your earthly resources until you do something for this King of Pentacles that makes up for the situation somehow. Take that as it resonates. But it's like you're going to be forced to be stingy, fire signs, because you're going to be bleeding resources. And the High Priestess is going to conceal why that's happening as part of this karmic cycle. Somehow you're going to need to help make the King of Pentacles whole, if at all possible. And for some fire signs, the best way to make a King of Pentacles in this situation whole is to stay away from them forever. But this may be part of your karmic cycle, is that you're going to struggle with earthly resources until the cycle is finished. Fire signs, it's not encouraging, but I can see some awful things were done over the past couple of weeks that should not have been done, and the universe must bring balance back to the situation. You should still seek out therapy if you feel like that's something that will work out for you. Otherwise, fire signs, I hope that you have a good week. Take care. Earth signs, I hope that you had a good week. You've got a lot of earth energy on the bottom of your deck for this week. It's all three of them are pentacles. First, you have the Three of Pentacles and the Eight, and then the Seven of Pentacles, in that order. So you're starting out with a new collaboration that you're excited to be working on this week. It's going to take some hard work, but the fruits of your labor are going to be absolutely magnificent. So that's exciting. So you've got Queen of Swords in reverse here with the King of Swords. Okay, now that's interesting. What's going on here? You are leaving behind two people with Queen and King of Swords in reverse energy. So these are unkind people. You've left them behind. At the very, very least, earth signs, you are in the process of leaving behind and you're almost done with their energy. But this new collaboration is going to get started soon, or for some earth signs, it might be getting started really, really soon as a result of you leaving these folks behind. They took a lot from you. This king and queen of swords in reverse, they took a lot of energy from you. They may have stolen ideas from you. They may have stolen energy from you. They may have taken your voice away from you. It may have been that you couldn't say certain things around them that you really needed to say. They made it so that you really had to work on balancing your situation, earth signs. And that was a struggle. Now, you do have the Two of Pentacles here, so in a sense, you're kind of in your element there. Balance for earth signs feels pretty fantastic. Balance, stability, firm foundations, it feels really, really nice. So in a sense, even though the conflict was crazy, maybe you were a little bit too comfortable with this. And for some folks, you might have been a little bit too comfortable. Nonetheless, you've been really, really awesome to keep things balanced While things were revealed about these people and what all they had done with you, I can see that these secrets being revealed may have caused a depression for you folks. Maybe some of you folks may have struggled to listen to your intuition about these secrets as they came out. And it caused a terrific burden for you. Maybe you just flat out didn't want to see the truth, earth signs, about about these people that you wanted to let go of. Needed to let go of, I should say. And maybe you did want to let go of them and you just didn't. Maybe you half did and half didn't. You know what I'm saying? And it was a terrific burden for you. So this is about carrying a burden that isn't worth it because the universe really, really wants you to drop the burden. It's not yours. Let these secrets come out. So you have balance being restored to your situation kind of forcefully here. I see you being kind of put away in hermit mode, being put in a situation where you're forced to look more carefully at what's going on, figure out why it's happening to you. It could be that you're being asked to look more carefully at cycles. Maybe you're being asked to not get into relationships so quickly these days. It may be earth signs that you enjoy dating around, that you enjoy falling in love, that you associate stability with having a romantic partner. It's possible that you like to cohabitate, that you like to move in with people pretty quickly because it feels stable, or you enjoy being married because it feels stable. And here the universe is saying, this is just it's throwing your empowerment out of whack with being with these people, right? I see this king and queen in reverse. It's throwing you out of whack to be with these people. Getting separate, getting introspective about why these people that you might tend to fall in love with are so destructive is really what you need to do right now instead of getting into maybe a bounce back relationship. When you do start to do some digging, it's going to be kind of earth-shattering for you. Therapy might be really relevant for earth signs. Take it as it resonates. But while you take some time off for yourself, you might have some epiphanies about yourself that might be a bit of a struggle to take a look at. So even when it feels like it's getting really, really tough, at the end of the day, the universe, as you explore your shadow aspects, explore what attracts you to people that maybe want to hurt you. The universe wants you to explore these shadow aspects so that you can become a better, stronger magician. A stronger person in general. I say magician in the sense of the tarot, right? Someone who has all the tools within themselves that they need in order to be creative, in order to be spiritually connected, in order to take care of their resources, their emotions, all that kind of good stuff. You might struggle to nurture yourself through this time. You might lose a lot of money. You are going to start a collaboration with somebody new. That was at the bottom of your deck energy. But separating from this Queen and King of Swords here in reverse is going to be key. It might be a moment where you need to relearn how to nurture yourself, how to reparent yourself through this. You might have to unlearn some habits that your family passed down. And you know what? These might be your parents. These Queen and King of Swords in reverse, those might be your family members for you folks. I want you to take that as it resonates. While you're learning to reparent yourself, this is going to feel it's going to feel depressing at times. You might feel like crying a whole lot, and you might feel super anxious because you are exploring territory that let's be honest, it's hard work. To reparent yourself is hard work. That takes time. And for a lot of people, that feels like, can feel pretty depressing at times. So there's an energy here of taking back something that was taken from you. And here with this Five of Swords energy, walking away from a conflict, in that process, you might be taking something back for yourself and healing yourself. And this is actually something that the universe wants you to do. So what would you take back in order to heal yourself? Some people might pursue acknowledgement that this King and Queen of Swords hurt them. But specifically, Earth signs, you need to realize that you are the Nine of Pentacles. You need to realize your own value, your worth. You're going to need to see the truth. I suspect that people have been telling lies to you, and that might be exactly what's going on with this Queen and King of Swords, is that they've told you lies that you've continued to perpetuate for yourself that are utterly self-destructive. Once you see the truth, that might be where some of the depression comes in. Please do reach out to therapy in this case if that does resonate with you. You are going to go through a variety of revelations if you let that energy through, and I encourage you to do it, because on the other end, this feels amazing. Nine of Pentacles energy feels absolutely amazing. This is something to be pursued. This is Empress energy here. Earth signs, I hope that you have a great week. Please take care of yourselves, okay? Air signs, I hope that you've all had a great week. Air signs, watch out for Mercury retrograde coming up this month. I don't know if we're in its shadow yet, but it can be especially draining on air signs, this whole Mercury retrograde thing. You've got the Seven of Wands. There's a conflict here that's creating quite a bit of anxiety for you. It's keeping you away from your happiness here. So there's a Page of Pentacles here. This is an incredibly immature energy, someone who's focused just on their earthly resources at the very basic level. They may be creating some conflict for you, but you're about to be in a situation where you're going to leave them behind very, very quickly. So your happiness is going to be restored relatively quickly here. I wouldn't worry too much. Yeah, you're going to get some relief from this situation. You're going to be able to get away from them. And they have been creating conflict. Trying to create an unbalance for you. So there's some secrets about this conflict, about this unbalance that you can uncover, air signs, if you want. If you can get into this Queen of Cups energy, if you can get into your intuition, let it flow and that kind of thing, you can get into this Nine of Pentacles energy and come back to your happiness ultimately, because this situation's pretty temporary. But you can also take a look at why this conflict happened through this Queen of Cups energy. And it's going to reveal some stuff for you that's going to take off a burden for you. You're going to learn some lessons you're going to learn some lessons about the situation, though, so that might actually be something that you want to pursue, air signs, to focus in on why the conflict happened, how it diffused, because I do see that happening this week. And then you can kind of say, okay, I've learned and I can move on, right? And I can take the lessons that I've learned as I move on into the future. There's a choice here that's kind of got you stumped, I see, when it comes to your 10 of Pentacles here. So some of you folks may not be aware of how, you have no clue of how you want to build long-term wealth, how you want to build generational wealth even. Maybe you want to set yourself up for permanent, ever recreating opportunities that, create themselves. You know what I'm saying? You're not sure of how to do this, how to go about. You're sure thinking about this, but moving forward with any kind of action, you're not sure how to do this at all. You're not sure how to manifest this. And it may be because there's somebody in your midst who has been kind of stealing something from you. They may have been stealing some of your energy when it comes to your thoughts, comes to words, for instance. They may have said some things that kind of took the wind out of your sails, for instance. And you're being asked to look at this choice again and maybe take a look at some of the lies that this person is telling you, and do some digging into how truthful they are or are not. Because these lies that this person wants you to believe are ultimately destructive to your 9 of Pentacles energy. That is where you value yourself as a complete person without anyone else. That's Empress energy. You are creative. You're in charge of all your opportunities. You don't need to worry because you are incredibly wealthy. Opportunities create themselves for you. Yeah, you need to uncover some lies about your situation. This might mean thinking in some new ways that are unfamiliar to you. Ultimately, you need to empower yourself through this situation and remember that you have all the tools that you need inside of yourself, right? As the Magician. Be sure. Okay, what was I going to say? 4 of Cups in reverse. I was going to say be sure not to miss an opportunity from the universe here. Because air signs, you might be struggling to recover from a betrayal here. And as the King of Pentacles, you might miss an opportunity to start a business, take a new job, close on a house. I don't know, buy some stocks and bonds or sell something like that. But you might still be thinking about a missed opportunity that you're just hurting all over about, air signs. You can't get this out of your mind, and so you miss future opportunities. You kind of shut down. Be cautious of that this week, air signs, okay? So take that as it resonates, air signs. I hope that you have a good week. It's already the shadow of Mercury retrograde, apparently. Take care of yourselves, okay?